Hello everyone, this is LB3 and I am back again with another draft video. This video is part of a series where I will take a look at the top matchups between draft prospects in college football, week by week. In this video we will be taking a look at the top matchups between draft prospects in week 6 of the 2019 college football season. This will be a weekly series, so if you think there's something I missed, or someone I missed, let me know in the comments. And if there's someone specific you'd like to see next week, also put that in the comments. Alright everyone, it is time for the first matchup, and we are starting with a player we have highlighted before. That is Iowa defensive end Aneesa versus Michigan offensive tackle Jo Runyan, and the Michigan offensive line in general. Aneesa has at times struggled when matched up against NFL quality tackles, and while Runyan isn't great, he is better than a lot of the tackles that Aneesa has feasted on. At times Aneesa has been a player who seems to feast on weaker competition and get coverage sacks, so it would be nice to see him create in this matchup. For Runyan, it is unclear how much he specifically matched up against Aneesa, but this is a good opportunity for him to show his potential as a draftable prospect against one of the better draft-eligible edge in this class. He has some issues with getting off balance and also is likely just alright as an athlete, but he is the type of player that could stick around a long time as an NFL backup and spot starter. The next matchup that we are watching is another pass rusher offensive tackle matchup, and it is Jonathan Greenert versus Prince Tega Wanogho. Greenert has had little hype coming into the season after leaving Louisville and transferring to Florida, but he played very well in the first game of the season against Miami, which has continued as the season has gone on. While Miami is a bad team, Greenert has continued to play well and has shown very good traits. Wanogho, on the other hand, came from Nigeria to play high school basketball and only played 1 year of high school football before committing to Auburn, so he still has a lot of growing to do as an NFL prospect. If he can continue to show improved polish, he will definitely be a consideration to be a riser throughout the draft process. He'll have his hands full matched up against a tough duo in Jonathan Greenert and Jabari Zuniga from Florida. On both sides of the ball, there are players in this game who have a lot of potential to rise with strong finishes to their year, and this is where they should start. For our third matchup, we're going to take a look at one of the top quarterback prospects in the 2020 NFL draft class, in Utah State quarterback Jordan Love, who is facing off against LSU. LSU is a talented front seven and secondary and will be one of the toughest challenges he faces this season, although he still has big matchups against Wyoming and Fresno State down the pipeline, who both have extremely strong defenses. With so many tough games left, he has a lot of potential to still climb this draft, especially with some question marks about quarterbacks in the top of this draft. He has good arm strength and accuracy, but has struggled even against weaker defenses, so it'll be interesting seeing how he competes with LSU. Especially considering their improved offense, he will need to score a lot to stay in the game. If he can clean up the mental side of his game, he has a good chance of being a first-round pick. NFL teams love big game performances, and there will be no bigger game this year than this one for Jordan Love. The fourth matchup will be another look at the excellent running back class. Whereas last week we looked at Jonathan Taylor, who dominated Michigan, this week we are taking a look at another Big Ten running back in Ohio State running back J.K. Dobbins versus Michigan State and one of the best run defenses in the country. Dobbins had a bit of a resurgence this year after a down year in 2018 and is reasserting himself as one of the top running backs in the country. He's a smooth mover who makes good cuts and is tough to take down, while being a good route runner and who shows soft hands when asked to catch the ball. He's also a very good blocker, which for a college running back is surprising and will help ease his transition into the pros. For a team looking for an every down running back that they likely won't have to spend a top of the first round pick on, they should keep a close eye on Dobbins and this game. He's just a really good, solid player that will be able to contribute at all levels of the field, no matter what. The fifth and final matchup we will be taking a look at is another top quarterback matchup and another player that we highlighted in a previous video. The matchup to look out for is Oregon quarterback Justin Herbert, who came into the season as the consensus quarterback 2 behind Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Herbert is going to have a great test this week against a great Cal secondary, after we highlighted him in a week 1 against the talented Auburn defense. But in week 1, Auburn was very good, and Oregon also kind of handcuffed Herbert and didn't let him play to his strengths, so he's not able to play the aggressive style of quarterback that suits him best. Hopefully that will not be the case against Cal. Herbert still has plenty of time to take back over as the best or second best quarterback in the draft, especially if he can get some of his gunslinging ways back. Some of the highest highs of any draft-eligible quarterback in the 2020 NFL Draft belong to Herbert, and he deserves a chance to show them off again. Alright everyone, those are the top 5 matchups that I will be keeping an eye on in Week 6 of college football. If I missed a good matchup, don't hesitate to comment, and I will be sure to check it out. I'll be doing these videos weekly throughout the season, so if there are any matchups you definitely want me to highlight in Week 7, don't hesitate to comment those either. I always love to hear feedback and have some draft conversations. If you like this video, then definitely subscribe, as I'll have a lot more draft content coming to this channel throughout the college football season, and then after that all the way up until the draft. This has been LB3. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Oh, and also check out the Draft Duo NFL Draft podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, most places you find podcasts. Just check it out. I'll also be posting those to the channel, but definitely check those out. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Peace.